Miss Shyneka did not hold back. She went live and aired out her issues and what Claressa is doing or trying to do behind the scenes as far as sending out threats, trying to ban Miss Shyneka from State Farm Arena, and her just trying to take the cheap way out when it comes to these tickets, or trying to sell the tickets, I should say. I had to break this down. When I tell y'all, I was literally about to go to sleep, and I'm scrolling and I see this live, and I'm like, I got to do this tonight because I'm going to be busy tomorrow. And by the time I get a chance to do a video, it's going to be later on in the day. And I just don't want to wait. We got to get into this right now. Right now. Okay. I broke it down. It was only like a 10-minute live. So, I broke it down. Let's get into this first clip because at this point, Claressa, you are a bully and there needs to be repercussions. It really does. You cannot continue to bully your way into, or just because you're mad, you think you can just bully whoever says something that you don't like. Well, and Claressa went live too. I haven't seen the whole live yet. I did post a clip of it in the shorts, but I haven't seen the whole live, and I probably won't tonight because after this video, I got to get some sleep, y'all. So I'll have to take care of that tomorrow. I want to get into what Miss Shyneka had to say. Let's get into the first clip.
I'm not get sidetracked because I got a little ADHD. Okay, so I did address it on the radio. I've been doing radio for over 20 years. For those that didn't know, clearly she did not. She was there, as she said, for Jock and Shouty. Okay, cool. I thought it was a great interview. Cool interaction. I asked something that I wanted to know. I didn't write it down, but honestly, I didn't know that anyone hadn't asked the question like that because, I mean, honestly, I've heard of her. I've seen her box before, but it's something that I wanted to know. Honestly, I've never heard of her before until it came out that her and Papoose were messing around with one another. And then I started connecting the dots. I was like, yo, that's the young lady who, so I just asked her something. And per her last live, the question was cool. It was cool. It took her back a little bit, but it was something. I came from a olive branch standpoint. Like, girl, we did some, we done been in some situation with these men before. And here's, what it is. I was not interviewing Remy, so I would just please like for people to stop saying, well, Remy did this. Stop bringing that lady's name up. I was interviewing Claressa Shields. If I was interviewing Remy, then me and Remy would have a conversation because I want to know the backstory of this relationship that we felt was a beautiful Black love story, right? And so people had heard rumblings of them not being, maybe they were together, maybe they weren't together or what have you. And then boom, we heard Claressa Shields. So boom, there she is. So that was my.
All right, so Miss Shyneka made it clear that she kind of wasn't aware who Claressa was before her being exposed. I think she knew of her as a boxer, like she said, because she put two and two together once Remy exposed everything. And she's like, oh, this is the girl that the boxer or whatever. So she makes that clear. She also pointed out, which I'm happy she did, why people keep bringing Remy's name up when it comes to Claressa. Like, Papoose is your load now to carry. Remy's trying to get rid of that. Every single time. I even catch it in my comment section. People love to sit and act like, well, Remy, what about Remy? What do you mean, what about Remy? She trying to divorce the man. If it wasn't for the money hold up, they would be divorced. So whose fault is it that's holding it up? It's Papoose. Remy wants to be free. I don't understand. Just like she said, why are people bringing Remy's name up? Just like Miss Shyneka said, if Remy was there to be interviewed, she had some questions to ask because her and Papoose were Black love. Everybody respected their marriage, their relationship, them being together, them having the golden child, just the journey of Remy being locked up and coming home to being on a show, having a baby, just all of the things like she just said. I don't understand why people keep bringing Remy up when it comes to Claressa. Well, even Claressa brings Remy up now when she's spoken on. Even in her live that she just crashed out on again, she was talking about Remy once again. But Miss Shyneka did not know what was going on until Remy exposed them. Let's get into this next clip.
I guess, way of knowing who she was. With that being said, I feel like I'm trying to be still careful with my words. I felt like the interview went well. I felt like we even had a little banter. She like, oh, I want to arm wrestle you. We took pictures. It was over for me. What had happened was when it hit the internet, it was a different story for her. Because upon leaving, they reached out to the producers of the show and wanted pictures so they could promote the interview, right? All of that is still cool. So because of the comments or like, oh, she felt like I tried her because of what people were saying in the comments. And so she started making comments about me, basically saying, yeah, anybody else, the next person that asks me something like that, I'm not going to be so nice. God is really working on me and all of this is after the interview. People that we just interviewed, going up for her, basically saying, oh, you know, it was an inappropriate question and the reason that matters, and me saying, wait, hold on, dude, like what type of time are we on right now? So it started changing on me. So we went from a professional interview to what it is. The only reason that I feel like I needed to go up is because she's trying to act like she didn't threaten me. She sent threats after the interview towards me. So if you're trying to figure out why on an interview I said, well, this is why I asked her that question, because it's something that we were thinking, okay? Okay, he may not be your manager, but what does he do for a living? Because, ma'am, little ma'am, don't play with me.
All right. Claressa lets social media put a battery in her back because you heard Miss Shyneka. Even after the question was asked, she did answer it. They took photos. Next thing you know, Claressa gets home, gets on the internet. The clips go around, you know, of the interview when Miss Shyneka asking Claressa the question. And then the comments go off. And then here Claressa goes now. All of a sudden, she definitely did put that tweet out about the next time somebody tries me. And all of a sudden, it just went downhill. So everything was all good. You taking photos and everything. And here you are now. Everything changes. And now all of a sudden, there are threats being made to Miss Shyneka. Threats being made. You letting online gas you up to the point where now you got to be all big and bad in the comments. You couldn't keep it pushing. You couldn't just reply back and say, listen, don't try to spin this. Miss Shyneka asked me a question. I answered it. It's all good. Whatever, like a mature person and go on about your business. But you choose to engage. You choose to argue. You choose to become this bully online. Because if you were that mad about what she said in person, like how you claim she should ask you things in person, you wouldn't have taken no photos. You would have probably not finished the interview, and you would have shown right then and there that you were upset or you felt away. But instead, you continued on with the interview. You joked about arm wrestling her. You took photos. And like she said, she did her job, and that was it. She asked the question that people wanted to know. And just like she just said, what does Papoose do? What does he do? Claressa is so fixated on that question when people say it because she knows deep down that this man is in those pockets. Whether he's her manager or not, he's making some money. He wouldn't be sitting here controlling things behind the scenes, especially with Claressa's behavior. I really feel that he says things to her that gets her to hop online and pop it because he never defends her. As of right now, I haven't seen him say anything. I don't even know when the last time he posted anything today. He's been real quiet. He's been real quiet, okay? And here Claressa is still going on and on and on. And she won't shut up. So for that reason, I definitely feel that he is saying things to her and then hiding as if he's not saying anything. Because it's no way Claressa is still right now online defending Papoose. I mean, what is it going to take for her to stop? Let's get into this next clip.
But what does he do for a living? Because, ma'am, little ma'am, I don't play with me. Let's not do that. I kept it cool, professional, or whatever. And people are trying to like, well, you did an interview and you spoke on Pat. I understand you're trying to defend your love and your honor for your man. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. I feel like I don't want to keep talking about this. It is over for me. We do 2 to 3 interviews a week. It's my job to do that. It just changed. So why people are like, well, how come she ain't say it then? Because it was cool. It was cool. And it wasn't anything else to say. I let her give her what her response was. I didn't challenge it because your answer is your answer. All right. So anyway, other than that, she sent threats. People from my team that I work with were like, oh, you better be careful, in the comments because they're watching and she's with this person and that person. Like I'm supposed to be scared. Girl, all I did was an interview. Now you want to fight me about an interview? That is absolutely wild. That is what I didn't say on the radio this morning. So, please go see this lady fight. She fighting August 15th. She ain't buy no advertisement for the radio station. Girl, we're not talking about it no more. I'm going to shut it all the way down. We're not talking about this Claressa Shields thing. I am over it. I am past it. Whatever her and this lady husband do, that is their business. Okay? I'm over it. She answered the question that I wanted to know, and I'm over it. Please go see her fight. Okay? You cannot use me for publicity, ma'am. You gotta.
So, Miss Shyneka said that she held back. She didn't reveal the threats online, I guess this morning from my previous video with her responding to Claressa crashing out. She did not, say or reveal that she was being threatened behind the scenes. And she goes on to say that her coworker or whatever, someone, she said, that she knew, had the nerve to try to warn her about what she says in the comments. Isn't that crazy? So Claressa can go and say and unleash and do whatever she wants to do and say whatever she wants to say. Mind you, she was the first one that started the online chatter because she put out the threat out there saying the next person that tries her, it's going to be a problem. So now Miss Shyneka can't comment in the comments and defend herself. She had the nerve to be warned about speaking. And she's like, I'm not scared of her. You're not going to threaten me. You're not going to threaten me. She also mentioned Claressa is being so cheap. She didn't want to buy radio advertisement for her fight because she thinks that acting out online and talking ish about people and just putting the link in all of her stories, all of her posts, thinking that that's going to help her sell tickets. That's why the tickets are not moving. You don't have radio advertisement in Atlanta where the fight is going to be held, and you are telling people that this event is sold out. You know what? Okay. For someone who's so rich, right? Talking about 90,000 on the wrist, your house, that ugly Corvette you be driving. I don't even know if she still got that. However, you can pay for things like that, but investing in making sure that your tickets are sold, having the proper advertisement. Radio advertisement is very much needed especially for concerts, for venues, anything where tickets have to be purchased. They do radio giveaways. This is why people haven't won tickets, because she's not paying for the advertisement. So you mean to tell me it's going to be how many, 18,000 people there on fight night? You think we're going to believe that? Then you're starting with the person, the radio personality that is centered, lives in Atlanta. She says she's been in the industry for 20 years. And you think that you're just going to ban her and disrespect her and now she can't come to the arena? You're really taking it to that extent. All over Papoose. Do you hear me, y'all? Do you hear me? It's all over Papoose. Threatening this woman. And then she has the nerve to be warned about putting something in the comment section because they watch it. What? Where's her protection at? How come people not taking up? Like, this is crazy. How could somebody tell her to watch what she says in the comments like Claressa's going to really get her hurt or something? This is way out of line. This is really, really bad. It's bad. And Boxing Commission, where y'all at? This is not okay. It's not okay. Who the F does Claressa think she is? It's one more clip. Let's see what else Miss Shyneka had to say.
Let's see. Let me see. You banning me from coming to the State Farm Arena in my city is absolutely incredibly adventurous of you. So I'll just say this. The utter disrespect that she gave me after threatening me, and all I did was said what I usually say, my thoughts about a situation. Yeah, I did see a young, vulnerable girl who is being led by an older man. I don't want to run her out of ATL. I love my hometown. Thank you for the people that, got my back or whatever. But the only reason that it turned into different energy was because this young lady started sending threats to me. And I got in defense mode. And then that's where I don't know how. I'm not Michelle Obama. I am not this cookie cutter. I'm myself at all times. On somebody else's platform. I wasn't going to get on the radio dragging and doing all of this, but I mean, it's kind of getting out of hand. And I did reach out to my lawyer because, number one, she did lie on me, but she keeps saying that I lied on her, which is absolutely bananas. But she threatened me. So the energy changed. And, ma'am, I am not scared of you. I just want to make that clear. You call me a pussy, which is crazy and very disrespectful. I never called you out of your name. Not one time. But for you to disrespect me the way that you did, and we extended, because, I mean, Jock and Shawty are a part of Bishop, but I'm a part of the show too. So you can't use the platform and then try to turn around and shit on me. It's what it is. Her fight, once again, is August the 15th. Please help her sell out this arena. But nobody in my family wanted me to say anything.
All right, we can add another lawyer because Miss Shyneka says she contacted a lawyer because of the lies that Claressa put out about her, the threats that she's receiving, the nerve of Claressa to think that she's going to ban her from coming to the fight or the arena, whatever. It's time for Claressa to be humbled. And this is just another bad look. Miss Shyneka is not playing and she's not, you know, feeling safe being threatened. And she shouldn't, you know, as she should. She has every right to feel this way. Claressa can run and say whatever she wants to say and post whatever she wants to post. But Miss Shyneka has to be warned about being in a comment section defending herself or saying whatever it is she wants to say. So look how ugly this has gotten, guys. All from that one question. It went from that to now Miss Shyneka is or has contacted a lawyer. She has receipts on being threatened. People are telling her to be mindful of what she says so that Claressa doesn't catch wind of it. Like, who does she think she is? I think it's about to get real ugly. I'm not even kidding. Because this has gone too far. And you know why it's going far? Because you have people like those on the Breakfast Club that sit and condone Claressa's behavior. And they don't tell her that she's wrong. I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to spin this and make it seem like, oh, Miss Shyneka is wrong again, like how they did this morning. This is why Claressa does what she does, because there are no repercussions. She's not held accountable. And we got another lawyer that is going to be added to her list of debts that she's about to have to pay. And rightfully so. So, Miss Shyneka, good for you. She spoke out. She said she's not, I guess, speaking on this again. But I don't know, because the way Claressa operates, she may just push that button and she may want to speak again. So, you know, I hear her saying this now. She's trying to do the right professional thing. But at this point, Claressa just does too much. She goes off the deep end. And it may cause Miss Shyneka to want to speak again. You know, and so I hear her saying this, but I won't be surprised if she goes live again or if she puts something in the comments, whatever, you know, or say something on her radio show. I don't know, because at this point, it's just not even right. Claressa, how can you ban somebody from coming to an arena that you can't even sell out? And that you think in your mind that you posting links is better than having that traditional radio advertising that you refuse to pay for, but yet you are so rich. How come Papoose can't pay for it? He can't help you out and pay for your radio advertising? What's up with that? So, guys, please let me know. Drop a comment. Thank you for watching. We'll have to get back at this tomorrow. I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff is going to happen. I am going to get into the live that Claressa did tomorrow, though, because I can't tonight. I'm done for the night. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel. Like the video. Hype the video. I will talk to all you again soon.